you have someone, you have a version of you in your head who you are going after. Like, I want to be her. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If you are an old subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back. Like, you are the real MVP. And if this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much. You are welcome. And please do subscribe because you don't want to be watching from outside the family. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, make sure you do watch this video till the end because I know you are here for some juice, you are here for some knowledge. So please watch till the end of this video and make sure you do like, subscribe, and comment down below and hit the notification button to know when I do upload, because that is the only way you're gonna know when I do upload. If you haven't watched my video before this one, please go watch it because this one is going to make more sense after you've watched the other video. But if you don't mind, you can just as well watch this one. So in my previous video, I talked about being intentional with your life. I was basically explaining my experience with it, how it makes you feel, how I was introduced to the entire idea, and I promise that I will make another how-to video on how to be intentional with your life. So here we are. I don't want to have you people wait for so long. I wanted us to, be intentional from the spot. Like, so here I am with 8 tips on how to be more intentional with your life. So being intentional with your life basically is to know what you want to do and when and how. It's just being mindful about your entire life, being purposeful, setting goals, and knowing how you're going to smash them. So that is what being intentional with your life is. It's just knowing what you want out of your life and how you're going to achieve it. You just establish a plan. So basically that is it. And how to be more intentional with your life. The number one tip I would give you guys is to be mindful about your time, to be mindful with your time. Time is important in our lives. It's all we got, really. Like, time is all we got. So being mindful about it, knowing how you spend your time, planning your time. For me, to do lists make it easier for me. Like, before going to bed, I write down my notes, like what am I gonna do tomorrow, and I estimate the time I'm gonna use, how much it's gonna spend me. After that, what am I supposed to do? Like, making lists. And I do that on a daily basis, I do that on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Like, on Sunday, I just sit down and just look through my week. And I always tell people, like, if we have a meeting, do you confirm? Because I'm making my schedule. I'm writing down my schedule, this week's schedule, so I don't want to be inconvenienced. So being mindful on how you spend your time is going to be major in being intentional with your life, because our lifespan is the time we have. So how we spend time is important in our life. So the second tip, guys, that worked for me and I would recommend for you is self-reflection. I feel like you cannot navigate this life thing without reflecting on yourself, evaluating yourself, going through things and knowing where you went wrong, what was the reason, how do you get back from that. So if you want to be more intentional about your life, you have to set time apart to create time and reflect on yourself, because nobody else is going to do it better than you. You know what you do. You know your spending habits, you know how you spend money, you know the in-depth of your relationships, so the only person who is going to evaluate themselves is you, and nobody's gonna do it better than you. So being intentional means you have to evaluate yourself every now and then to know your growth, to know how you're doing, to know, like, oh, I set this goal, how far I am, did I beat the deadlines, did I, like, you have to reflect on yourself, you have to reflect, you have to evaluate yourself in order to be more intentional, because now you know your progress, your growth. And number three is also a measure for me, is minding the amount of media you consume. Well, in the beginning I didn't think about this like being so important, like but you guys, when you start being mindful about how long you spend on social media and what kind of content you consume, you're gonna look at yourself in a different way. Like, first of all, we spend so much time on social media that we do not even have to. We consume content that we don't even need to consume. We have no business consuming, but we end up consuming it. And as consuming that content is as consuming time, because you are going through your phone, you are watching this, you are going through this. And most times you even put away things you would have done and concentrate on social media. The other thing is, social media is sometimes not a very healthy place for you to be. It is a place of inspiration, it's a place of motivation, but sometimes you can feel demotivated from it because of a lot of things on social media. We are all on social media, and you know how effective it can be. So if you are being intentional about your life, I think you would reevaluate the amount of content, the amount of social media, the amount of TV you consume, and what do you want to consume? Because at the end of the day, you really want to consume things that do align with your purpose, things that do align with your goals. If you are on Instagram, you really want to follow people who push you to going through with your goals. Like me, I was on an intentional journey. I was on YouTube and I was searching for how to be intentional videos, because that was my purpose. That is my purpose. That is what I want to learn. And that kind of content was aligning with my purpose, and it was good for me and it helped me. And when it helped me, I was like, I'm gonna help you with the knowledge I got from there. See, so be mindful about the kind of content you do consume and its amount. Number four tip I would say is to visualize yourself and your achievements. When you sit there, when you are going hard on your dreams, you have someone, you have a version of you in your head who you are going after. Like, I want to be her. It's you, but it's her. It's you in the future, and you can only be her if you put in the work. You can only be her if I feel like having that picture in your mind, having that vision of you in your mind, is going to keep you going. Like, even when you slack, you remember that person you want to be. You remember, you're like, why am I sleeping? Sleeping is not going to create that version of me. So you just get up. It helps you to be intentional. It helps you all the time visualize your achievements. Visualize, like, oh, I'm being intentional about this car. I'm saving for this car. Visualize yourself sitting in that car. And trust me, you're not going to slack. You're not going to sleep. You want to drive that car. You want to be in that driver's seat. You want to be there. It's going to keep you motivated. It's going to, like, remind yourself of who you want to be and where you want to be, what you want to achieve, who you want to be like. And it's gonna push you. It's gonna push you beyond limits to stick to that lifestyle. Trust me, to just be more and more intentional. You wake up every day and you're like, I want to be out of this place. I want to be in a better apartment. So me sleeping right now when I'm not supposed to be sleeping, it's not gonna help. So visualize your achievements, visualize your better self, visualize whoever person you want to be. Number five, I would recommend you plan your day, you plan your week, you plan your weekends, you plan your month. I know we do the planning and God does the execution, but please, it's gonna keep it works hand in hand with planning your time. When you plan your day, you just don't not wake up and be like, I'm gonna see where the day takes me. Come on, like, wake up with the intention of, oh, I'm waking up, I'm doing my skincare, after that I'm having my breakfast. It doesn't even matter whether you are staying home. Like I said, being intentional is broad. Being intentional with your life is your life. So you might think I'm talking about, having like work, commercial work and stuff, but it can be you are supposed to be intentional with your domestic life. So if you are spending a day at home, after my skincare, I'm having breakfast. After my breakfast, what am I doing? I'm reading, I'm watching TV. I'm like, be intentional. I'm making lunch. I'm doing this. I have a Zoom call. I'm like, plan your day, plan your week. What am I doing on Monday? What am I doing on Tuesday? And also, like, what am I wearing? Who am I meeting? This month I have to do this. This has to be my goal. You plan there. You're gonna be intentional. Like, oh, this is week 2. This is week 2 of February. Where am I at in my goals? I set my goals. Also, it is important that you write down your goals. I don't know, but I feel like writing down something with your hands, with a pen, on a paper, is more realistic. I don't know. Like, I used to write on my phone, like setting goals and stuff, but it did not work so much for me. So I like to put things down on paper, my monthly goals, my weekly goals, my yearly goals. It just feels real when you are taking them off. Number 6, this is quite like a cliche, and it's just relevant in your life, is to do things that spark joy in your life. When you do things that make you happy, you are excited about your life. You wake up happy because you know, I'm about to do some things that really excite me, because I'm about to do some things that I do love. That is just like self-explanatory, you know. You could have zillions of things you do in a day that you shrug about, you don't like them, you don't enjoy them. Find that one thing and, just implement it in your routine. It's gonna brighten up your day, because as much as the other things do not excite you, they work you out, they burn you out, there is this one thing you enjoy to do, and you do it with your mind. So you are doing the things, but you are excited, looking forward to doing that one thing, at least one thing that makes you happy. It could be anything, it could be anything that makes you happy. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. You are doing it for you, you are doing it for yourself, so go ahead and do it. Number 7, I think I talked about this in my other video, is being mindful about your spending habits. Yes, finances are so crucial in being intentional, unless they're not crucial to you. But to people who want to be intentional in life, you have to mind your spending habits. You have to mind what you buy. You don't have to buy everything everybody else is buying. You have to be intentional about what you buy. Do I need this? Do I need this for this? Do I actually need to spend money on this? And also, I'm repeating, when you are spending money, always remember how you made that money. It's gonna be like, yo, I did not spend all that time working for this money to spend it like this, to spend it on hopeless things. Though there are hopeless things we spend money on and they make us happy. So you can as well go ahead once in a while and spoil yourself. But there are important things we work for and we want to splurge on that are actually really important. Sleep, but not the least, is sleeping and waking up early, guys. I'm still struggling with this, because sometimes you just stay up, you are either caught up in work or caught up on that TV show or caught up on social media or whatever. But I am a different person when I go to bed early and wake up early, because literally you just get a lot of things done when you wake up early. And the other thing is, when you go to bed early, you are well rested, and nothing beats that. Yo, being well rested can change a lot in your life, so I think it is also important that you go to bed early and wake up early, just to start off your day in the early hours, to do things in time you're supposed to do the things, and sleep in times where you are supposed to sleep. That is so much about being intentional. You just like, a 5 a.m. type of person, though I'm not. Or you go to sleep at 10 and that is it. You just realize, oh, my body is resting, my body is used to me sleeping. Like, even when you are not in a condition where you're supposed to sleep at 10, you're just like, yeah, my body is pushing me to sleep right now, because that is what I'm used to. The other things that I'm not gonna go into depth are, questioning things you do. That is self-explanatory. You want to be intentional with your life, you have to question what you do with your life. Where does this take me? Does it align with my goals? Does it support my goal? So just question everything you do. Also, celebrate yourself. By celebrating yourself, reward yourself when you hit a deadline. When you do this, just reward yourself, be proud, maybe take yourself out for dinner, or get yourself that nice shirt you've been eyeing, or anything. Just celebrate yourself, and when you do something great, celebrate yourself, be proud of yourself, and reward yourself. You're going to be intentional, because oh, when I hit this, I'm gonna reward myself. Like the only way I'm gonna get that share is if I get this work done, because by doing this work I'm getting money. So I'm gonna spend some money on me. Think before you speak. Self-explanatory. Be more decisive. Know what you want, when you want it, and how you want it. Also be affirmative. Tell yourself good things, you encourage yourself, be your number one cheerleader. It's just gonna make you feel better about your life. It's going to make you want to live your life because you support yourself, you encourage yourself, and you show yourself a love. Guys, that was it for today's video. I hope I made it clear for people who want to be intentional about their lives. If there is anything you do not understand, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be delighted to highlight. I love you guys so much. Make sure you watch this video till this point, and I know if you've watched this video till this point, you are the real MVP. I love you guys so much. Make sure you do like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification button, because that's the only way you will know when I do upload. And I do upload 3 times a week. I am trying to stick to the schedule for you guys. I love you guys so much. Bye.